Hello, hello，喂，喂，能听到吗？Hello，hello，hello，hello，hello，hello，hello，hello，喂，喂，hello，hey, hello. Reading English, reading English 100 days challenge, reading English 100 days challenge. And today is day, I don't know, 35, 40, 50, 60, 80, or what? Okay, so probably you can you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hello. I think I got a sound right. Yeah, the sound is right. Hello. Okay, great. So today is Marketing 4.0, and we are at page 62 to page 63. IBCom provides a far more compelling customer experience in the engine room. Big data analytics in the engine room. Big data analytics enables the personalization the personalization the personal the personalization the personal per personal the personalization that new customers are longing for, along of these complements along with all of these complements of the traditional human interface that was the backbone of marketing. That was the backbone of marketing before the rise of the internet. Traditional and contemporary media for marketing communications such as television and social media will also complement each other Many people go to Twitter for breaking news, but eventually return to television and watch CNN for more credible and deeper news coverage. On the other hand, watching television is often a trigger for people to pursue online activities on their smartphones. For example, a movie showing on television might trigger an online review search. A television commercial can also be a call to action for people to buy products online. The characters of new customer prompt us to realize that the future of marketing will be a seamless blend of online and offline experiences across customer path. The future of marketing will be a seamless blend will be a seamless blend of online and offline experiences across customers path. In the beginning brand awareness and appeal will come from a mix of analytics powered marketing communications, past customer experiences and recommendations from friends and families, both online and offline. Customers will then follow up through series of future research, utilizing the reviews from other customers, again online and offline. If customers decide to make a purchase, they will experience a personalized touch from both the machine and the human interface. Experienced customers will in turn become advocates for inexperienced customers. Entire experiences are recorded, which further improves the accuracy of analytics engine. In a highly connected world, a key challenge for brands and companies is to integrate online and offline elements into the total customer experience. Paradox number two: informed customer versus distracted customer. We all think that today's customers are the most powerful. It is valid to say that most of them actively search for information on brands. They make more informed purchase decisions. They make more informed purchase decisions. Despite their higher level of curiosity and knowledge, they are not in control of what they want to buy. Informed customers versus distracted customers. We all think that today's customers are the most powerful. We think that today's customers are the most powerful. It is valid to say that most of them actively search for information on brands. They make more informed purchase decisions. They make more informed purchase decisions. But despite their higher level of curiosity and knowledge, but despite their high level of curiosity and knowledge, they are not in control of what they want to buy. They are not in control what they want to buy. They are not totally not in control of what they want to buy. In making purchase decisions, customers are essentially influenced by three factors. First, they are influenced by marketing communications in various media such as television ads, print ads, and public relations. Second, they are persuaded by the opinions of their friends and families. And third, they also have personal knowledge and altitude about certain brands based on past experiences. The truth is that today's customers have become highly dependent on the opinions of others. In many cases, others' words have even outweighed both personal preferences and marketing communications. The main reason for this other is none other than the connectivity itself. The reason for this is none other than the connectivity itself. On the bright side, connectivity brings a lot of protection and confidence in the customer's minds. Their inner circle of friends and family provides protection against bad brands and companies. But connectivity, along with the presence of multiple devices and screens, also brings distractions. It hampers the customer's ability to focus and often limits their ability to decide. Thus, many customers make their decisions by following the wisdom of the crowd. This is further fueled by the lower level of trust that customers put in advertising and the limited time they have to compare qualities and prices. Further, because it is very convenient to receive advice from others. The importance of word of mouth, the importance of word of mouth, the importance of word of mouth is growing in final purchase decision. is growing in final purchase decision. This is this is the portrayal. This is the portrait. This is the portrait. This is the portrait of the future customers, connected yet distracted. A survey by National Center of Biotechnological information shows that the average human attention span has dropped from 12 seconds in 20,000 to 8 seconds, from 12 seconds in 20,000 to 5 seconds in 2013. This can be attributed to the massive and overwhelming volume of messages that can constantly bombard our connected mobile devices and demand instant attention. The challenge for marketers going forward is twofold. First, marketers need to win customer attention. It would be hard for a brand manager to get a customer to sit through a 30-second advertisement and for a salesperson to engage a customer using a 30-second elevator pitch. In the future, it will be more difficult to get a brand message across. Customer attention will be scarce. Thus, only brands with word of mouth, with wow factors, will be worthwhile for them listen to and to advocate. Second, marketers need to create brand conversation in a customer community despite not having much control over the outcome. Second, marketers need to create this brand conversations in customer community despite not having much control over the outcome. Marketers need to make sure that when customers ask others about a brand, they will be loyal advocates who sway the decision in their brand's favor, who will sway the decision in brand's favor. Only brands with wow factors will be worthwhile for them to listen to and to advocate. Second, marketers need to create brand conversation in a customer community. In customer communities, despite not having much control over the outcome, marketers need to make sure that when customers ask others about a brand, they will be loyal advocates who sway the decision in brand's favor. Negative advocacy versus positive advocacy. Adver- advocacy, advocacy, advocates, advocacy. Okay, this one is great. The challenge of marketers going forward is twofold. First, marketers need to win customer attention. It would be hard for a brand manager to get a customer to sit through a 30-second advertisement for a salesperson to engage a customer using a 30-second elevator pitch. In the future, it will be more difficult to get a brand message across. Customers' attention will be scarce. Thus, only brands with wow factors will be worthwhile for them to listen to and to advocate. Second, marketers need to create brand conversations in customer communities despite not having much control over the outcome. Marketers need to make sure that when customers ask others about a brand, marketers need to make sure when customers ask others about a brand, they will be loyal advocates who sway the decision in the brand's favor. They will be loyal advocates. They will be loyal. they will be loyal. They will be loyal advocates who sway the decision in the brand's favor. This is powerful. Paradox number three: negativity advocacy versus positive advocacy. Connectivity allows customers to express opinion that others may listen to. It changes the mindset of customers to admit that advice from strangers may be more credible than a recommendation from celebrity brand endorsers. Connectivity allows customers to express opinions that others may listen to. It changes the mindset. It changes the mindset of customers to admit that the to admit that the advice from strangers might be more credible than a recommendation from celebrity brand endorsers. Thus, connectivity creates a perfect environment for customer advocacy for brands. Advocacy itself is not a new concept in marketing, but also known as word of mouth. It has become the new definition of loyalty. During the past decades, customers who are considered loyal to a brand have the willingness to endorse and recommend the brand to their family and friends. The most famous measurement of brand advocacy is arguably the Net Promoter score designed by Frederick Richhout. He argues that bro- there are three broader categories. There are three broader categories of customers with regard to their attitude toward a brand: promoters who recommend the brand, passers who are neutral, and detractors who are unlikely to recommend the brand, who are unlikely to recommend the brand. The net promoters scores is measured by the percentage of promoters subtracted from the percentage of detractors. The key argument is that the L effect of negative word of mouth, the L effect of negative word of mouth reduces the good effect of positive word of mouth. While the concept has proven to be useful for tracking loyalty, the simple subtraction might leave behind some important insights. When a brand stays true to its DNA and constantly pursues its target segment, when a brand stays true to its DNA and constantly pursues its target segment, the brand polarizes the brand polarizes the brand polarizes the market. Some become lovers and others become haters of the brand, but in the context of connectivity, negative advocacy might not necessarily be a bad thing. In reality, sometimes a brand needs negative advocacy to trigger positive advocacy from others. We argue that in many cases, without negative advocacy, positive advocacy might remain dormant, like brand awareness, brand advocacy can be spontaneous or it can be prompted. Spontaneous brand advocacy happens when a customer, without being prompted or asked, actively recommends a particular brand. In truth, this type of advocacy is rare. It's rare. It's very rare. You can't see it very often. One needs to be a diehard fan, diehard 死忠. One need to be a diehard fan to be an active advocate. Another form of advocacy is prompted by is prompted advocacy, a brand recommendation that results from a trigger by others. This type of advocacy, while very common, is dormant. When a brand has strong prompt advocacy, it needs to be activated by either customer inquiries or negative advocacy. It is true that the balance between lovers and haters must be managed. Still, great brands do not necessarily have significantly more lovers than haters. In fact, your brand index review are interesting fact. McDonald's example has 33% lovers and 25% haters, a near balanced polarization. Starbucks has similar profile, 30% lovers and 23% haters. From the net prompter scores point of view, two of the biggest brands in the food and beverage industries would have very low scores because they have too many haters. But from an alternative point of view, the group of haters is a necessary evil that activates the group of lovers to defend McDonald's and Starbucks against criticism. Without both positive and negative advocacy, the brand conversations would be dull and less engaging. Any brand that has strong characters and DNAs would like to be unpopular, would like to be unpopular with a certain market segment. But what these brands should aim to have is the ultimate sales force, an army of lovers who are willing to guard the brand in the digital world. Summary: marketing amidst paradoxes. The challenging landscape creates a set of paradoxes for marketers to deal with, one of which is online versus offline interactions. Both are meant to coexist, and be complementary, with a common aim of delivering superior customer experiences. Furthermore, there is a paradox of the informed versus the destructive customers. Even as connectivity empowers customers with abundant information, customers have also become overly dependent on others' opinions, which often outweighs, which often outweighs personal preferences. Finally, with connectivity comes enormous opportunities and runs to earn positive advocacy. Still, they are also prone to attracting negative advocacy. That may not necessarily be bad because negative advocacies often activate positive advocacies. Reflection questions. What are some of the cases in your industry that capture the paradoxical nature of connected customers? How do you plan to embrace the paradoxes? Wait. Let me try this. Okay, I can hear quite well. How do you plan to embrace the paradoxes? How do you plan to embrace the paradoxes? The influential digital subculture, use use for mindshare, women for market share, and netizen for heart share. When it comes to brand advocacy in the digital world, not all customers are created equal. Some segments rely on their own personal preference, and what they hear from advertising advocacy does not matter to them. Moreover, they do not share their experience with everyone else. Other segments have a greater tendency to ask for or give recommendations on brands. They are the ones who are more likely to be loyal brand advocates. For increased probability of getting advocacy, marketers should place their bets on youth, women, and netizen. YWN. Many topics related to these three major segments have been researched and explored separately. Youth, woman, and netizen. In terms of size, each of these is a very lucrative segment. Thus, the marketing approach has been tailored especially to cater to them. But here's a bigger picture. There's a common thread. There's a common thread that connects them. YWN are the most influential segment in the digital era. It is perhaps not surprising that most subculture groups that have sets of norms and beliefs outside the mainstream culture, cosplayers, homeschooler, and hackers, some predominantly from either youth, women, or Nazism. They were in many parts of the world they are in many parts of the world considered minorities and on the periphery of society. In the past, authority and power indeed belongs to senators, men, and citizens. This was due to the traditional higher level income and purchasing power that senator, men, and citizen have had. But over time, the importance and the influence of YWN has increased significantly. In fact, the subculture that YWN represent have begun to influence the mainstream culture. Their relatively larger networks of communities, friends, and family empower them to do this. Youth, for example, set a trend for their senators, especially when it comes to pop culture fields such as music, movies, sports, food, fashion, and technology. Senators often do not have the time and agility to fully explore the fast changing pop culture. They simply follow and rely on the recommendation of youth. Younger generation customers often become the first to try new products, thus often becoming the primary target market for marketers. When youth accept new products, these products usually reach the mainstream market successfully. In many countries, the woman in the household acts as the chief financial officer of the family in selecting which brand to buy in many product and services categories. Women's voices often trumped men's. This is because most women have the patience and interest to go through a comprehensive process of researching for the best choice, something that most men consider useless or even painful. Thus, woman plays a significant role in becoming the gatekeepers of any products and services that offers to families. Netizen or citizen of the internet often have highly influential as digital natives. They are very savvy in connecting with others online while sharing information. Well, not all their shared information is valuable, and not all their activities are productive. They are clearly the epitome of smarter customers, representing what they see as a true model of boundaryless democracy. They freely express their opinions and feelings about brands, often anonymously anonymously. Well, anonymous. anonymously. As digital natives, they're very savvy in connecting with others online when sharing information. When not all their shared information is valuable and not all their activities are productive, they're clearly the epitome of smarter customers representing what they see as a true model of boundaryless love marketing. They freely express their feelings for brands, often anonymously. They create ratings, post comments, and even create content on this. So users, we always say fans, fans, users also are also highly influential. As digital natives, they're very savvy in connecting with others online while sharing information. While not all their shared information is valuable and not all their activities are productive, they are clearly the epitome, epitome. A person or thing that is perfect example of a particular quality or type. She looked the epitome of he looked the she looked the epitome of elegance and good taste. Epitome, the epitome of clearly epitome of 典型 a person or thing that is a perfect example of a particular quality or type. She looked the epitome of elegance and good taste. She looked the epitome of elegance and good taste. Pers- personifi- personifi- per- personification, epitome, 典型 is a typical epitome, 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 典型 epitome of. They are clearly the epitome of smart customers, representing what they see as a true model of boundaryless democracy. They freely express their opinions and feelings about the brand, often anonymously. They create ratings, post comments, and even create content that other citizens pay attention to. Because of their characteristics, YWN are not easy to impress, but when we impress them, they will be the most loyal. When we impress them, they will be the most loyal advocates of our brands. Brand advocacy from quality segments such as YWN is more valuable than from others because YWN has a strong influence on mainstream market brands and will reap huge benefits by engaging, and brands will reap huge benefits by engaging them. Acquiring youth, acquiring the mind share, For marketers, it makes sense to target youth. According to a report by United Nations Popular Finance, in 2014 they were 1.8 billion young people between the age of 10 to 24, the highest numbers in human history, and their number will continue to grow. Interestingly, and approximately 90% of them are living in less developed countries. They are facing sorts. They're they're facing all sorts of life challenges to realize their full potential in education and career while managing social dynamics amongst their peers. Marketers are identifying and solving these challenges. The goal is to be more relevant to youth people's life, to young. The goal is to be relevant to young people's life, and therefore to gain access to their growing wallets. Even marketers whose products and services do not primarily aim at young customers pursue this lucrative market. The objective is to influence their minds early in their lives, even if it is still not profitable to do so currently. Today's young people and their near future will be the primary and probably the most profitable customers. Moreover, targeting youth is the most exciting thing that marketers do. Marketing to them always involves either cool advertisements, trendy digital content, celebrity endorsements, or innovative brand activations. Unlike older segments, youth are so dynamic that it's really unproductive to engage them. And since the demographic size is huge, companies are often willing to spend heavily on this interesting marketing segment. The role of youth is influencing the rest of the market is immense. First, they are early adopters. Youth are often accused of being rebellious, 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 and anti-establishment. They love what adults hate. Immense. Adopters accused of being rebellious, anti-establishment. The role of youth is influencing the rest of the market is immense. First, they are early adopters. Youth are often accused of being rebellious and anti-establishment. That is, they love what adults hate. That makes sense.